that allows us to, the people who are doing the development of the property, keep their property taxes for 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. That money is supposed to be rolled back into the project to help reinvest into it. You're finding a lot of nursing home construction that's using that same way of doing it. Madison just did one with a big nursing home that's being built over in East Madison. And that was a sizable amount of money. I think that was a $30 or $40 million project, and they ended up capturing a lot of taxes on that. But that's being reinvested back in. They've got people coming to work because of that, so there was a good investment from the community. And that's what the potential is here. I mean, we've got the broadband grant. I mean, the whole idea of that was a research project so that we can look at bringing broadband or improving broadband into the downtown area. But, further investigation on this whole thing, it was going to take a financial commitment of almost $300,000 for the town of Oakland to help make this thing happen. To come to you for an ask of $300,000 right now would be an absolute no. I mean, I wouldn't even support that myself because of what we're trying to do in the town. But something like this, if you're able to save that money for a few years, you would have that money in a separate account that could be invested into that. So, I personally, that's our next horizon. I mean, we've done all these projects to try to go and do things with the town of Oakland, and our downtown is critical. It's just, you've got other towns that don't have downtowns, and the facade grants are a huge benefit. I mean, Fairfield just got awarded one. Waterville, I think they're on their second one. We can't do it. And if you go down through our downtown, you look at those buildings, we could certainly use something like that. There's a little buy-in from the owner, a lot of buy-in from the town, and we end up putting something together, and it would improve the appearance, and it's all about looks. And the proof of that pudding is the flowers. Good.
Now, haven't some areas done a portion of, say, you said what, $59,000 or whatever for
right.
taxes, but I think some towns have done like, we'll do 50% of this area or 75% or whatever.
Yep.
So there is a lot of options.
Yeah, there is, and that's why I said you do one half of the road if you want.
Or you could do a bigger area and not do the 100% or something.
Right.
Like that whole triangle up there, that's business,
Yeah, I don't know if I would have courage enough to take that much.
Well, I know, but I mean, there's options.
Right.
There's a lot of options
Right.
available. For
and I don't know if I got courage enough to take $3.2 million worth out of tax rolls either. That's a big chunk. But I would certainly be very interested in talking about this and exploring it a little bit further. Not that none of us need any more on our plate, but I think this is really beneficial. And
motion you wanted to invest and look into it?
I'd make a motion, we grant him permission to look into that more and make us a presentation someday, maybe with Shauna Mueller after you get some facts.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
She came in and gave us a presentation before when we was considering the pipeline here.
Right.
The first pipeline, remember we did a TIF on that and then they changed companies and didn't take it.
Right. So we have a motion, do I get a second? Second by Bob, all in favor?
Thank you, John.
So now you got something to do.
This is the kind of stuff I like doing. This is good for my brain. Thank you, appreciate it.
Next item up is to sign the RSU 18 warrant.
Do you want to just wait and sign those when you're all done with your meeting? I just wanted to get them, or do you want to proceed, whatever?
Any questions on the warrant from Commission? Okay. Next up is approved switching credit card system and transfer station increase fees.
Okay, this is actually one of Kelly's projects. She's bringing all this healthy stuff to the town of Oakland. Thank you very much for all that. So, as you know, we're pretty much a cash system up there, cash and billing, which is all of it. It's kind of hard because when you're dealing with cash, you're dealing with the chance of losing money. And to be quite frankly, most people don't cash anymore. We pretty much have developed ourselves into a cashless society, and so that's always been a problem. Kelly has been looking into going with a credit card system up there. Dylan and her have been working on it. She's putting this whole package together. I think our plan is to eventually go cashless, but I don't think that's anything that's going to be able to happen for a year or two down the road, because there are so many people now that still do not have credit cards, and I think that we need to have that option available. The percentage is really, really small, but they're out there. We're going to try to push it in the direction of credit cards, and there's going to be a fee to it, just like at the transfer, just like the town office, 3 or 4%.
2.5.
3.5. 2.5.
I Ours is 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5. And I would anticipate that that's going to be about the same for up there. And so if I could get support for the council to move forward with this credit card system and to increase our rates when the credit card's used by the percentage, that would be all I need.
We'll make a motion, we look into that.
Did you have a question, Dave?
No, I was just gonna agree with you. I don't like going into the town office or anywhere and say, well, you can use your credit card, but it costs you 2.5%. If it's all factored in, you don't even know. So it just needs to be factored into it.
Motion made, can we get a second? Stopping for a minute?
I second it, but the government is the only, I believe, entity that can actually add on a percentage for credit card. If you own a business or a restaurant or a grocery store, you can't do that in the state of Maine. I believe
Because you're
that's-
selling a product, and we're not selling a product, we're profiting from it.
The cities and towns is the only entity in the state of Maine, I believe, which can add on a surcharge because you want to use a credit card. My understanding is nobody else can do that. Unless something has changed or I'm wrong.
I think you're correct on that.
Yeah.
So I think you can increase the,
One on each one's.
you can either increase the fee or you can just simply add on a 2.5% charge to cover the cost.
To everything. Absolutely.
Wouldn't you?
I
So
don't
you're
like,
gonna have
I don't
different
like
fees.
this 2.5% fee, to be honest with you, Bob, because I think it's, I think it's problematic.
It
And,
comes out to be like 10 cents for a mattress. I mean, we're not talking huge dollars here.
So you're gonna have two different, you're gonna have, somebody comes in for a
Well-
license plate, one person's gonna pay $35 and one person's gonna pay $35.82
Right.
or something.
That's what happened.
There's actually a credit card system out there that you can contact him and you'll have to notify the people that you're not adding on. Your price is $35 and you get charged 3% extra if you use a credit card or you pay cash.
We do that now.
That's what I'm saying.
We explain
So
that
it's
now.
easy enough. I do that at my office.
The reality though, for what we're looking to do, and I would rather not have to add on a fee, because then you're basically saying, we're not getting rid of cash. You've got the option of cash or credit. We're going with the idea that it's all gonna be credit card at some point.
And
Now, again, I don't know
Right.
how that's gonna be possible if you've got people that never don't have credit cards.
Right.
So if you've always got that cash option, are they always gonna get a discount, or are we gonna raise the fees for everybody? And if they pay cash, they pay a little more, subsidize the credit people.
So here's an idea, what if we cancel the credit card fees for the transfer station? You know, they come in with a mattress, it's $10 for a credit card or $10 cash. We're trying to get away from the cash because, I mean, I don't think we need to charge the fee up there. The town office is a different story. I mean, because we're registering vehicles and we can't afford to lose money on that. But up there is a different element. I mean, we're taking this stuff, we're charging them to be able to put it in landfill, and or we're doing something else with it. So, and I think that makes it overly complicated for trying to figure out 2.5% or 3% or jumping them all up in prices. I personally, I would like to see it just not have a fee.
And you could conceivably, I don't know what the comparisons are, but you could conceivably say, okay, there's an item that people bring up there, whether it's construction wood or asphalt shingles or something like that, that fee could go up only because that would subsidize the fees on the little stuff that are $2 for a tire or whatever we charge for a tire. And in that case, the people who bring in asphalt, for the most part, are either companies that are doing construction work or somebody's doing a big project. And the $15,000 roof, adding on, an extra $10 for disposal of the things isn't going to be dramatic. But if we don't want to lose some revenue, there might be something up there that would be easy to change, not 20 cents here, 30 cents there, but $1 on something. Again, just something to think about.
I think we ought to have only one fee up there too. I think it's gonna, and I can see at the town often, I think we're doing it right. If you're coming in to pay $1,000 property tax, it makes quite a little difference, but you're talking $10 or $5 or whatever up there. I think we ought to have a fee and have it big enough to cover that 2.5% and stop the argument that, you know, one guy, if Mike goes in and I see him charge $5 for a mattress and I'm right behind him and I get charged $5.25, I'm gonna think, you know, it's gonna start an argument whether I, you know, even for a quarter, people will argue, but,
We'll take a look at that fee schedule.
so I think it'd be easier to have one
Yeah.
fee. And,
Okay, so we're gonna eliminate the credit card fees and we'll just look at making an adjustment.
yeah.
Satisfactory?
So,
Yep, I'll need a motion.
I'd make a motion, we do that.
motion made, we get a second? Second by Dave, all in favor? Good. The next thing up, we're gonna talk about the summertime schedule.
Okay, we've been doing one schedule a month now for a bit now. And I know that we typically do that for July, August. And would you like to continue that process? One meeting a month for July and August?
We're gonna go for the third like we had the last summers, or whatever you think you've got stuff enough for a meeting.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I've been doing, is,
Yeah.
you know, when I get enough on me for a meeting, I've been kind of setting a date on it, but let's shoot for July 15th. That's kind of right dead center of the month.
Yeah.
Is there any reason not to have July 15th? Going once, going twice?
July 14th is the election.
July 14th is the election. Do you want,
Let's do
you
that.
want, I forgot about that, Jan.
No,
What about July 8th? Let's do July 8th. Will that,
it doesn't matter to me, I'm just.
this place is gonna be a train wreck. You
Yeah,
can-
it is.
No, we're July 8th.
July
Any reason why-
would make sense.
What's that?
It's still a little more than a month away. So if we're not having another meeting between now and then,
Yeah.
that earlier than later.
Okay, July 8th.
Okay?
And then August. How about August 12th?
Yep.
Okay. And then September, hopefully we'll be back onto a schedule that is more reflective of what we normally do. That's all I have. Oh, one other thing. I just wanted to share with everybody that the solar ramp at the transfer station construction has begun today.
Was that right?
And they should, they're saying about a month and they'll have it pretty much tied up. So we'll be online power-wise and we'll have to figure that out, Kelly. But that's what I have.
Anything more?
Is there anything?
Anything more?
Nope, that's it.
Dave Groder, did you have anything, sir?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Well, not yet, I gotta see if anyone else has anything.
We're almost
Good, you all set? Bob,
We like the way you think though, Dave.
Mr. Nutty.
I noticed the service banners are up on the poles on Church Street. I just wonder how many people we've got, roughly, I mean, I don't.
Boy, I want to say we got 30?
30? I think we stopped it
And
at
we've
30.
got 2 more that just came in, and what we decided to do is going to turn the corner and go up Pleasant Street. And for people coming in, because it's, yeah, it's.
So that was pretty successful to get that
I
many
felt
people.
it was a struggle though for a bit this winter. It took a lot of work getting people to come in to do it, but we got them in and it's, people are happy.
Huh?
They're liking the looks of it.
Looks good, that's all I got.
Mr. Bowman.
All set, thank you.
I'm all set.
Mr. Groder.
You all set?
All set.
And we got Kelly
Make a
here
motion, we
too.
adjourn.
Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry. So, yeah.
I'm all
Okay, good.
set.
And Mr. Groder.
For the third time, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Yeah.
Seconded.
All in favor? Have a good night, gentlemen, thank
Are you
you.
gonna go on and get out of there?
Thank you very much.
Gary, we do that. And thank you.
You're welcome. I'm getting old.